So good morning everyone. So today we are going to start our exercise 2. Already I told you about properties of quadrilaterals. So on that topics we are starting our exercise 2 now. So first bit is state whether true or false. So by using that properties, already I gave you all the properties. So by seeing that properties, first bit you only solve. Okay, you have to write which is true and which is false. Next, explain how is a square. So second bit I am starting here. So what is the question? Explain how is a square. Explain how a square is. How a square is. So first one is quadrilateral. We have to explain why square is a quadrilateral. So why we are calling square as a quadrilateral? Because square is a closed figure with 4 line segments. So what do you mean by quadrilateral? Quadrilateral is also the same meaning. What is that? A closed figure having 4 line segments. We will call it as quadrilateral. So in square also, a square is formed with 4 line segments and also it is a closed figure. So that's why we are calling a square as a quadrilateral. So here a square is a closed with 4 line segments. Therefore square is a quadrilateral. Okay. Now second one, why square is a parallelogram, we have to find. So why we can call this square as a parallelogram, we have to find. So how square will be there? In this way, and parallelogram is this way. Okay, so which properties you can match here? So in this, here opposite sides are parallel to each other. So these two lines are parallel, and also you can tell these two lines are parallel to each other. So in this parallelogram also, so these two sides are parallel to each other and these two sides are parallel to each other. So by using this condition, you can say a square is a parallelogram. Okay. So what you will write here? In a square, both opposite sides are parallel to each other, hence it is a parallelogram. Okay, so this is our second one. So in this next one, what is that? Why it is a rhombus, we have to tell. We have to give a reason for rhombus now. Why we can call this square as a rhombus? So why we can say square is a rhombus? So if you see, in square all sides will be equal. And also in rhombus all sides will be equal. Okay, so in rhombus also all sides will be equal. So by using this condition, we can say that a square is a rhombus. So all 4 sides are equal, hence it is a rhombus. Okay, so last one. So what is last one? They have given rectangle. So why square is a rectangle, we have to tell now. We have to give a reason. So in square, if you see, this is square and this is rectangle. So if you see square and rectangle, in square all the angles are equals to right angles, that is equals to 90 degrees, and also in rectangle all the angles are equals to 90 degrees. So by using this condition you can say hence it is a rectangle. Okay, so now in a square, each angle is a right angle, hence it is a rectangle. So this is our second bit, just we have to give the reasons. Okay, so next one, third bit we will start now. What is third one? So in a rhombus ABCD, angle CBA is equals to 40 degrees. They have given CBA is equals to 40 degrees. We have to find the other angles. We have to find other three angles. So how rhombus will be there? They have given this figure. So here they have given 40 and this is A, B, C, D. So other other three angles we have to find. So how to find other three angles we will see. So first given you write from figure they have given angle CBA is equals to 40 degrees. CBA is equals to 40 degrees they have given. So we have to find other three angles now. So by using the properties of rhombus, so we can write opposite sides are equal. Okay, so in rhombus opposite angles are equal to each other. So you can write angle D is equals to also 40 degrees. So they have given angle CBA is equals to angle D is equals to 40 degrees because opposite angles are equal. So already we know by the properties of rhombus, opposite angles will be equal. Now you got this angle D is equals to how much? 40. Now we have to find angle A value and angle C value. So and also we know that the sum of two adjacent angles will be equals to 180 degrees. So what are adjacent angles? These two are adjacent, these two are adjacent, these two are adjacent. Side by side lying angles we will call it as adjacent angles. So by using the properties we know that the sum of two adjacent angles will be equals to 180 degrees. So we can write here angle A plus angle D is equals to 180 degrees because adjacent angles. Adjacent angles are equals to the sum of two adjacent angles we will write here. Sum of two adjacent angles is equals to 180 degrees. So in any figure the sum of two adjacent angles, any two adjacent angles if you add, that will be equals to 180 degrees. So here angle A plus angle D is equals to 180 degrees we know. Okay, so angle A value we have to find. Already angle D value we know it as 40 is equals to 180. Okay, so now you transpose this 40 to other side. Angle A is equals to 180 minus 40. So angle A is equals to, it will be 140 degrees. So you got the angle A value as 140 degrees. And also we know that opposite angles are equal. So these two angles will be equal by using the rhombus properties. So we can write here angle A is equals to angle C is equals to 140 degrees because opposite angles are equal. So opposite angles are equal. So angle A, angle C will be equals to 140. Therefore, what are the four angles you got now? Angle A is equals to 140. Angle B is equals to 40. Angle C is equals to 140. And angle D is equals to 40. So if you add all these angles, that will be equals to 360 degrees. Okay, so this is our third solution. Okay, so next, fourth one we will see. So next, fourth question. So what is that? The adjacent angles of a parallelogram. The adjacent angles of parallelogram are x degrees and 2x plus 30 degrees. So what we have to find the angles of a parallelogram. Find the angles of parallelogram. So we have to find all the angles of parallelogram here. So what they have given, the two angles, they have given adjacent angles of a parallelogram x and 2x plus 30 degrees. So if you take a parallelogram here, so here A, B, C, D. So angle A value they have given as x, angle B value they have given as 2x plus 30 degrees. 30 degrees. So remaining two angles we have to find. Okay, so how to find the remaining two angles? We will see here. So in this also, so already we know that sum of two adjacent angles will be equals to 180 degrees. Okay, so already we know that by the properties of parallelogram, sum of two adjacent angles will be equals to 180 degrees. So first you write the given here. Given adjacent angles of parallelogram are x degrees and 2x plus 30 degrees. Okay, so we know that sum of two adjacent angles will be equals to 180. So add the 2, x degrees plus 2x plus 30 degrees is equals to 180 degrees because sum of two adjacent angles is equals to 180 degrees. Now you add this 2. So remove the brackets first. X degrees plus 2x plus 30 is equals to 180. X plus 2x will be equals to 3x plus 30 is equals to 180. So transpose is 30 to other side. So 3x is equals to 180 minus 30. So 3x will be equals to 150. Transpose is 3 to other side. So x is equals to 150 by 3. 3 ones are 3 50s are. So x value how much you got? 50 degrees you got. Okay, x value you got it as 50. Now we have to find this 2x plus 30. So 2x plus 30 degrees is equals to, okay, so 2 is a constant number. In place of x you got it as 50 plus 30. 50 2s is 100 plus 30 degrees. So 100 plus 30 will be 130 degrees. Okay, so here you got 2x plus 30 value as 130. Okay, that means angle A is equals to 50 degrees you got. Angle B is equals to 130 you got. Okay, now in parallelogram also opposite angles will be equal. So here also it will be x, here also it will be 2x plus 30. So by using that property, opposite angles are equal, so we can write the other two angles also. So angle C will be equals to 50 degrees and angle D is equals to 130 degrees because opposite angles are equal. So by using this opposite angles are equals property, we can tell that these two angles are equal. Opposite angles are equal to each other. So this is our fourth bit. Next one. So what is next one? So here next sixth one I am doing. Sixth one. So here they have given one rectangle and diagonals also they have given. So these are diagonals A, B, E, S. Base, B-A-S-E, base. Okay. So next this is O, here 5x plus 1 and here 2x plus 4. So what we have to find? We have to find base is a rectangle, its diagonals intersect at O. These two are diagonals of this rectangle and they are intersecting at point O. Here it is intersecting. Okay. So next is find x value. We have to find the x value. So if OB is equals to 5x plus 1, OB is 5x plus 1 and OE is 2x plus 4. This OE value is how much? 2x plus 4. So how to find this we will see now. So already we know that in rectangle diagonals bisect each other. Okay, so in rectangles diagonals bisect each other. So if the length of OB is 5x plus 1, the length of OS will also be same. Okay, and if the length of OE is 2x plus 4, the length of OA will be also same. Okay, so already we know that in rectangle diagonals bisect each other and the length of the diagonals will be equal. So they are the properties of rectangles. So here what they have given? They have given BASE is a rectangle. BASE is a rectangle and they have given that OB value as 5x plus 1 and OE value as 2x plus 4. Okay. So now what we have to find? We have to find the x value now. Okay. So now these two lengths will be equal. Is it right? So if it is 5x plus 1, here also it will be 2x plus 5x plus 1. So we can multiply that as 2 into 5x plus 1 because this length is 5x plus 1, this length is also 5x plus 1. If you want, you can add both 5x plus 1 values, but I am multiplying with 2 because it has been divided into 2 parts. Okay, and also we know that the length of the diagonals will be always equal. So the length of this will be equals to length of this. So I am equating here 2 into 2x plus 4. Why I am equating here? Because length of diagonals are equal. Length of diagonal are equal. That's why I am equating both the diagonal values. Why I have taken here 2? Because this only they have given OB value. We have to find OS value also, no? So that means these two are equal. That's why I am multiplying with 2 there. Okay. So now multiply the terms. 2 5s are 10x plus 2 is equals to 2 2s are 4x plus 8. 2 4s are is 8. Now transpose the terms. Bring this 4x to this side and plus 2 you take to other side. So that will be 10x minus 4x is equals to 8 minus 2. So here 10 minus 4 will be 6x is equals to 6. So x value is how much here? 1. So we got the x value as 1. So this is our sixth solution. Once again you see this base is a rectangle and these two diagonals are OB diagonal they have given as 5x plus 1 and OE diagonal they have given as 2x plus 4. So by the properties of rectangle, here diagonals, what are the properties? Diagonals bisect each other and the length of the diagonals will be equal. Length of diagonals are equal. So by using these two properties I am finding the x value. Length of diagonals bisect each other. Bisect means cutting into two equal halves. Okay, two equal halves. So 2 into what is this value? Same value will be here. So 5x plus 1 is equals to 2 into 2x plus 4. Okay, so after solving you got x is equals to 1. Why we are equating here? Because the length of diagonals will be equal. The length of this diagonal and this diagonal will be always equal. That's why we are equating both the diagonals here. So next bits we will continue in next class. Thank you.